Welcome back to Income Trading 101, and today I wanted to revisit Bitcoin because it had a nice breakout this morning. So we're going to start off of course, we're using the TradingView charts here, and I just removed the volume because I don't see it as that relevant. We're just going to pull this on out, stretch it out a little bit. Of course, we've looked at the moving averages before. I'm going to put those back up just for consistency's sake. I always want to make sure I'm using some sort of structure that gives me, enough comparable data so that I can make clear decisions each time. Like if you constantly are changing your process, then you never can compare one set of results to the next because you've changed your system. So we are going to use the same structure and just see what, if anything, has changed. So when I last did a video on Bitcoin, I think it was trading down here. It was around January the 25th. And my, how we have gone from this huge up day last week on February 8th. And sorry, today is February the 17th, all the way to this new breakout. And I knew that Bitcoin had been dancing around the $50,000 range. Today it broke through pretty strongly, having a strong up move, day, up about 3,200 bucks right now, almost 3,300 bucks on the day. And honestly, if we look in the past at how we've gotten these big bars, normally one big bar is followed by another. So even though this one back here on February the 8th seemed to be isolated, we just pulled back a little, and that's led to a nice little incline and then a pop. So let's play with time a little bit, something we like to do here all the time because that'll help us to see what else is going on at smaller increments of time. So man, this was just a strong, nice move higher. I mean, look at that, just strong upward trending markets. We had a test of the 49,000 level, and then today, last night, late last night, it broke through, and today it's just been, heading higher as I think people are playing, a little bit of YOLO. They don't want to miss it. No one wants to miss the big trade, right? This big move here today. I mean, this was just recent. I mean, this is just such a strong move. I was just commenting with a friend of mine. It's hard to know when to buy when things are at all-time highs. And that's why I like looking at these charts. So you can see this has just been a strong buy for the last few hours, last couple days. Let's take it down the 15-minute range and really look at what's happened over the last 2 days, last day or so. I mean, this is just nice. It's nice. Got a little muddled there around the 51,000, but really what I was most interested in was this breakout past 50,000, and we really haven't looked back. I mean, pulled back off, went as high as 51,600 or so, pulled back down to say 50,500, and it's just been up, tearing higher another 2,400 bucks since then. So wow, strong day. All right, we'll take it back to the 1 day range, even though I know we're going to be moving forward from that. Let's look at the MACD, just see if there's anything that's worthwhile to see there. So no surprise here. We did have this pullback. It was across of the signal line and the MACD line back on, we'll call it the 14th of January. And we had it lower, but we never quite got into the oversold category. So this cross here happened, and it's just moved forward. Before I'm going to invest money, I would have wanted to see this cross happen in the oversold category or level, which is below the zero line. But let's go to a smaller time frame. One of my challenges with Bitcoin is, I really want it to be, for me, a trade and not an investment. Although there's plenty of people will tell me they're looking to invest in this. I want the trade. I want to get in. I want to get out. I want to lock in, 5 to 10 grand. Again, this cross above the zero line would not have made me want to buy it per se. Let's keep going lower. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. Here in the 1 hour time frame, we did have a nice cross back on February the 15th, cross below the zero line, and it obviously is much higher now and appears to be going higher, and I would expect that from the MACD. The MACD is going to be a lagging indicator, so it's not going to really give you a signal. Anything that uses moving averages are a lagging indicator. It's not going to be the best signal to tell you to buy today, but it'll tell you that yesterday's price looked to have some relevance and it might be time to buy. Let's look at the 30-minute side. 30-minute also got a cross in the oversold category, which would have been a good time to buy back on February 16th, right? So you still would have caught most of this move. We'll take it one level lower. February 16th, of course, was yesterday. One level lower, we get the cross. The buy cross was also, yesterday around lunchtime. I mean, if you could have gotten in, you would have been buying. Let's say you bought 49s, you still would have been able to sell 52s today if you like. Or maybe you're a long-term believer in Bitcoin. Do I think Bitcoin will go to 60? Yes. Do I think it'll happen in the next month or two? Yes. Do I think it'll go to 100? Not sure. Eventually, maybe. Do I think it'll happen in the next 6 months? No, but I've been wrong before. I would not have guessed that this thing would go from 15,000 in November, which was a good buy, by the way, all the way to, 3-4 months later, it's at 52,000. So it's crazy. Let's look at our last indicator. Well, honestly, we don't need to look at the Fibonacci retracement because there's been no retracement. This has been one up move, one strong up move. As you can see, I mean, trending channel higher. I do want to shrink the time frame out and see if there's anything else for us to take a look at, any repeated levels that might have some relevance in the future. So there's one right off the bat. Look at how many times this level was touched. Let's do this. So I really want to make sure that this is in kind of an even line, if you will. So yeah, this is there you go, roughly even. But look at how many times that we saw in the last few days. Let's pull this actually out to the 4-hour time frame even and just look at it. I mean, this was actually that 49,600 level or so obviously is a level of importance. And so it's definitely worth keeping an eye on that, because there are probably some orders that are still left in that range. It could end up acting as support if we do get a pullback. And one of the methods that some of my friends who focus on Bitcoin are using is they're just using sort of a buy the dip method on when to add to their Bitcoin positions. And but they also are long-term holders. They're not selling, and I can't say that I'm one of those, because I don't know. I'd rather make my money and get out and see if I see another move and make some more money and get out. So that is my bias, correct or not. It's how I am. Let's look at this channel here. So if we were to keep even this little channel that's been happening for the last couple days, I mean, this will show ultimately, this will show Bitcoin getting going on up. I think we've got a good shot at this, continuing to head a lot higher before it actually pulls back. I mean, we could literally see 55,000 hit tomorrow. So the challenge with all of these, all of these cryptocurrencies and even some of the equities right now is that we're trading at all-time highs. So do you buy all-time highs? Well, most people would tell you no, but if you don't buy them, then you miss these up moves, right? And some of these up moves are so strong. So it's like, well, what do you do? You've got to buy the all-time high then. And, if you're anything like me, you weren't taught to trade that way. You were taught, you're looking for a time to sell, not to necessarily buy this. But hey, you just have to pick your point. I do think Bitcoin's going to go higher anytime that it's had strong breakouts like this. They've continued in the following days. So definitely expect to see some more profits to be made. Bitcoin, expect also some some profit taking to happen too. But as we see, larger institutions hopping on the Bitcoin train, trade. Also, I would expect that there's just going to be a lot more people supporting this and pushing it higher, because they're going to be afraid of having missed the move. So the YOLO function, you only live once. The people that are afraid of missing the next move, I think they're going to continue to push this higher, which is why I say we could end up hitting 60 in the next week or so. So that's it. I love to hear in the comments what you guys think, where it's going. Is this a buy and sell? Is it a forever hold? Do you think we're going to hit 60, 70, 80? Is $100,000 Bitcoin going to happen this year? And do we end up pulling back to like 30,000 before we go back up there, right? That's always important to me, because I'd much rather buy 30s than 53s. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching this channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting on. Definitely subscribe. I'm going to be making these videos every day. And I love hearing from you guys. So thanks for all the comments. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Happy trading.